each month we have an assembly, and I'm not going to take the thunder from one of our students who's in a video, and you'll see it in just a minute, but we have an assembly and they get dog tags for having perfect monthly attendance, and they can collect them on a lanyard, and Alex, our school mascot, our lion, he's there and he gives them the dog tag.
I was wondering what those little dog tags were.
Yeah, for perfect attendance. And then we also have a drawing for students for quarterly perfect attendance. They get an Independence Square gift card. So we're supporting our local merchants. This is our attendance as of right now. So we have two things that we look at. We look at our daily attendance, and we also look at our 90-90 rule, which means we want students here. We want 90% of our students here 90% of the time, because we are measured at the state level on our attendance. And so we get dollars, money for being here, for students being here. Our daily attendance for the month, you can see that it stays within the 90s. Our 90-90 means that it takes the students that are here, even if they miss 1 or 2 days, it factors into their 90-90 percentage. What percentage are they here? And so right now, we've had a lot of sickness in the month of December, and a few students have been out consecutive days. And so we're hurting a little bit. We're at 68% of the 90-90 rule. But overall, for the year, I put the overall goal. Our goal for the year is to be at 91.7% of our students here, 90% of the time. Currently, we have 90-90. So right now, we're making it with 90% of our students here, 90% of our time. So the 10% that aren't here, that 90% of the time, Nancy's here.
I'm right here.
Nancy's our FSL, so if you're not sure who that is, I think all of you would know who that is. That's our school social worker, and she is here to help support those families who are struggling to meet that 90-90. That's one of her many hats that she wears. So we work weekly on that, helping those students who are falling below that 90-90 rule.
On the attendance, you said you get dollars for when you're here. What if they miss like part of the day?
That's okay. It factors into all of it. Factors in.
Okay.
Their formula. It factors into. So we know that there's students that have to go for appointments,
Right.
and that you
Friday,
can avoid
I brought
some
my
of that.
daughter late because she was complaining of a stomach ache, and I thought, oh, she's just hungry, you know. I brought her an Aloe. I'm like, girl, we cried wolf here, and then I had to come get her that afternoon right before school, and she threw up. And I was just like, I felt really bad for having to be here, but I was like, you know, I told her school is important.
We do it. I do it too.
Yeah.
I do it too. I sent my daughter sick. Trust me. Not knowing, and it just happens, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, so this is just some pictures of random things about Proctor and students and staff at work. We have every classroom has a data wall. So every classroom has visible student data up, and we all display it in different ways. But the idea is to empower the students and to give them ownership of their learning and watch themselves grow as a learner. That's our biggest thing, is to see that growth. And then they set goals for themselves. So the one in the far left-hand corner is actually in a 4th grade classroom. And she has lots of different things, because there's lots of different assessments that she does that she wants the students to take ownership and be a part of. So that chart grows and changes, all those different graphs she has up there. And then every day we set ICANN goals. So we look at goals for our students, our learning targets. Quarterly you get what the ICANN statements are, and all the different things that your students are learning. Well, daily we break those down, and so students should be able to tell you what are they learning. And if they can't tell you, then we need to know, so that we can make sure that we're saying it in a way that they're understanding what they need to be learning. In the middle, we have some candlelight reading going on. This is part of the 1st grade classroom in Readers and Writers Workshop. This is Miss Humphrey's class, and she is doing a shared reading, and they're kind of doing like a choral reading where they're all reading at different times. And they have those little tea light battery operated candles, and they were so excited to be reading by candlelight. The lights were also on. And then here up in the top right, we have our student council. We had our Winter Wonderland family event last Thursday night, and they had a big pet project donation, and so they were donating for the local animal shelter things. And so they're posing for that picture. They have their table set up every morning, and they were collecting items. And then we have Ms. Bryles in the bottom right-hand corner, and she is busy at work with some Reader's Workshop activities. They're highlighting text and looking at vocabulary, determining meaning. And she didn't realize I took this picture, and I tweeted it, and she was like, "Really? You got me with my hands like this." I'm like, "Yes, you were teaching." So we're always hard at work. So these are 3 short videos that describes a little bit about an initiative that we have at Proctor that is slowly in progression going to be district-wide. The acronym is PBS, so it stands for Positive Behavior Supports. And so I had 3 students tell you all about it because I thought it would be important for them to share with you what it was all about. This is our 2nd year, so we're in our immersion year of PBS and all of our common area expectations. And on your tables, I have brochures for you. We passed these out last year, but the idea is that we are teaching students to be safe, respectful, and responsible at Proctor, and that we believe in implementing a consistent and proactive approach to teaching students the skills necessary to be responsible, productive citizens, and to interact positively within the school community. So this connects with our vision, our school vision, perfectly. And so we are really excited about this program. We're still learning. This is a discipline model, behavior model. And so we are really excited about it. Students are excited about it. They're energized by it. And so I'm going to let these 3 students tell you a little bit more about it. I hope that the volume works. Because they're short.
Responsible. We earn Alex bucks by walking feet in the hall, listening to our teacher, and being safe on the bus. At Proctor, we will be safe, respectful, and responsible. We will walk through the hallways quietly and not talk in the hallways because they will enter other classrooms. Our Friday assemblies every month, and by using character, perfect attendance, and being safe, respectful, and responsible every month.
So what she's talking about is when they get their lanyard, their dog tag, we have a pride assembly every month. And so students come on Mondays. We don't have a formal intervention from 8:30 to 9. So what we try and do is all of our assemblies are on Mondays. All of our assemblies we try to do during that 8:30 to 9 o'clock time, so that we're honoring and maximizing that amount of instructional time that's in the classroom, kind of protecting that time. And so she's talking about we come every Monday, 2nd Monday of the month. We get together and we honor the students who have perfect monthly attendance. We honor the students of character, and the students monthly we have a character trait, and they get voted on by their classroom teacher and sometimes also nominated by their students in their classroom. And we honor them. We also have a bulletin board where they have their little pictures taken on a little person that honors them too for that month. And she wanted to share that because she was so excited that, first of all, she was like, I'm going to be on video, I'm going to be a movie star. And then that she got to be, and she talked about the Pride Assembly because she said it's always fun and to see it. She was very nervous, so she didn't get to say everything she wanted to, but I said I would tell you that she is so excited when she gets to see Alex because our mascot's always there, and he always brings them a book in his backpack. And the book is centered around the character trait for that month. And so each classroom or grade level gets to share a book each month. And so they're so excited to see what book is it that Alex is bringing them. And then Alex sometimes will bring something else in his backpack, and they always want to see what's in Alex's backpack. Alex doesn't talk, so I have to do all the talking for Alex. So it's very fun. It's really fun to see the kids excited about Alex and how much life he's brought to our building. Well, maybe. Okay. So I think the last little bit that I wanted to share with you is how we communicate with you. We try to communicate with you all the time. And sometimes we're more successful than others at getting that communication home from with your student. So there's other ways in which we're out there communicating with you. We want everyone to know about those different ways that we're doing that. I sent out a robocall to the school. Robocalls are just, I send a message through School Messenger, our message system, to broadcast to you when things are happening at school on the phone. So you'll hear, it'll come up on your caller ID as Proctor Elementary, and it'll be me greeting you. Also, we have a website, and so more and more that website is going to become more and more updated, like this presentation is going to be on there. Our school calendar of events is up there, and I try to keep it updated every 2 months. So every 2 months you'll have 2 months worth of activities posted. Short little video clips, pictures, there's a scrapbook on there that just wheels. And so I'll be adding pictures. Alex, our mascot, is up there. So anything that's happening, it's going to be posted on the website. And in addition to that, we also have a Facebook page. PTA has sponsored the Facebook page. So if you've taken pictures at a family event, let our PTA president or myself know and send those pictures to us, and then we'll post them for you on the Facebook page. And so any events that are happening, we're working to get those also on our Facebook page as well. And then I also have a Twitter account, and so I will tweet all different kinds of events that are happening at Proctor. And so it started out as a personal Twitter for me, but rather than changing my handle or my name, I just left it because I didn't tweet that much anyway. And so now I'm tweeting all about Proctor and all about ISD, the Independent School District, and what we're doing. So I need to make sure that everyone has that handle so that they can follow us on Twitter. PTA is also on Twitter, so you can follow Proctor PTA and follow us as well. Make sure when you're typing it in that it's an ER, not an OR, because if you type an OR, you will have a very different Proctor. So just make sure. And then weekly, monthly, and quarterly, you should be receiving newsletters from PTA. You should also be receiving newsletters from your classrooms. Some of the teachers do it by grade level, so you'll receive grade level news instead of individual classroom news. And then obviously phone and email. So there's always ways you can get a hold of us. And the biggest thing that I want everyone to know is my door's always open. So if you have a concern or a question or just a